This Obscura Storefront has no text. This Ambitious Farmhand has minimal text. Let's see here. Every one of these is so dodgy.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Who's the beatdown? Opponent on a one-turn clock. Hey friends, today we're gonna play a deck that I'm really excited to play. I don't know if you've been following my column on coolstuffinc.com even before I started remaking videos, but I'm a huge kind of mono white control fan in Standard. I've been playing it a lot, like end of last year, and whatever the time frame was that people started sticking Wandering Emperors next to Reckoner Bankbusters. That deck has resonated with me. I think really it's Lay Down Arms. Lay Down Arms is the card that put this archetype together. And I think Autumn Burchett's deck, this is the deck from the top 8 of the Pro Tour. It's just an amazing evolution of the mono white strategy. It's mono white with 2 Breach the Multiverse. So the rest of this deck it's very customized, right? So you can go a lot of different directions with mono white. Some people play angels that cost 6. Some people play angels that cost 3 and cost 6. Some people play a lot of Serra Paragon. Some people play Archangel of Wrath. There's Archangel of Wrath in the sideboard here. This is a very Planeswalker-centered deck. There are 3 Wandering Emperors and 3 the Eternal Wanderers. So this deck's a lot about Planeswalkers, and it has like 1 Sunfall for Sweeper in the main deck. A ton of spot removal, though. There's a Destroy Evil, 3 Ossification, and 4 Laydown Arms. And plus, like, Loran of the Third Path. So you can snipe a creature with this if that creature is, like, I don't know, a reflection of Kiki Jiki, for example. So this deck is all about blowing up creatures and then taking control in the mid-game with, sweepers and planeswalkers. One of the things that's great about this deck is that it is purportedly excellent against the Rakdos deck. So people are like, oh, I hate Fable the Mirror Breaker, I hate Reckoner Bankbuster, I hate Rakdos. If you hate Rakdos, this is supposed to be the deck to beat him up with. And one of the reasons is Wedding Announcement is so fantastic. I think, like, this card just soaks up 2/3 of an Invoke Despair every single time. You can soak up 3/3 of an Invoke Despair with a sideboard card, Surge of Salvation, that Autumn played 1 of. I can tell you, in my experience, first of all, I don't think Rakdos is a menace. I think like that Fable the Mirror Breaker and Reckoner Bankbuster are good cards, and that we should be encouraging people to develop their games and not have games be decided so quickly. Which I think the alternative to having cards like Fable the Mirror Breaker is that all the games are decided by Monastery Swift Spears, which is just a different thing. But I think, like, today we're going to play a best of 1 standard event, and I would guess that if we beat Rakdos, that's just justice, right? That's just the way things are supposed to go. And if we don't win, it's because we went second. And that going second is a bigger problem for some of these matchups than the actual cards that they're playing, like Fable and Mirror Breaker or whatever. The special card in this deck is Breach the Multiverse. Again, this is a mono white deck. It has 2 Breach the Multiverse at the top end. So, white 7 is a black card. There are 2 swamps in this deck, and then, kind of the usual suspects of being able to fix your land. There's like Obscura Storefront. This is very similar to a strategy you saw with Sam Black's deck a few weeks ago. And Raffine's Tower to get black, and then there's just 2 swamps. You can get the swamps with like a various number of ways. Obscura Storefront will do it. Field of Ruin will do it. And there's literally 2 swamps for 2 black cards. You will often have both of the swamps in play to cast the 2 black cards because they cost 7, so you have time to develop them. What's special about this? The Breach is special for 2 reasons. One, it just wins the mirror match. So if you're just like a regular mono white control deck, again, you can play mono white in a bunch of different styles. I actually think Autumn's deck is one of the best styles set up for beating, other mono white control decks. I think planeswalkers are probably better than creatures for that purpose. Also, some mono white control decks are maniacs and they go like farewell, and you can't interact with planeswalkers with farewell very well. But Breach the Multiverse just goes over the top. Whatever their best thing is, it's now your best thing, right? If they have like Sanctuary Warden, you now have Sanctuary Warden that's like drawing 5 cards like on the spot, and you stole that card from the opponent, so it's like it's even worse for them. Even getting just a Serra Paragon, just creating kind of a Serra Paragon asymmetry is really good with Breach the Multiverse because it puts so many cards in your graveyard. This card is just like, it's awesome in the mirror. And then it goes over the top, right? So if you're playing against David Olson's ramp deck, it gives you a way for a deck that is very good at the middle turns, and then very good at kind of like fair development, but could potentially be overwhelmed at the 7 by cards like Itali or Atraxa. You have a 7 that can contend with those cards. Directly, you could get an Itali or an Atraxa of the opponents, which is very strong. I think what you'll typically see with this is that one of the cards we'll get is our own Eternal Wanderer, and so the Breach is going to be like, you're going to have something in play probably because it's turn 7, so you will have already had something, right? And then you're going to get your own Eternal Wanderer, and then you're going to get the best thing that the opponent has. And then you could just use the Eternal Wanderer's sweep ability and then kind of like leave up 2 things. Maybe your thing is like a Reckoner Bankbuster, so you have like an extra blocker after the Breach and the Eternal Wanderer resolve. So the other thing that is an underrated part of the range with Breach the Multiverse is you can use this card to deck the opponent. A lot of the time, people go to libraries, they play very long games, they're drawing 30 cards, they've got Reckoner Bankbusters of their own, they've got, I don't know, wedding announcements, memory deluge. You can just cast Breach the Multiverse, put both players to 0 cards, and then pass the turn, your opponent has to draw and they die. So that doesn't come up as often. It comes up. It's pretty cool, actually. What are we looking for? Early turns, lay down arms to defend ourselves, Ossification to defend ourselves, Destroy Evil is a great anti-Shieldred card. This is not a deck that's super scared of Shieldred. And then, middle turns, you want to do a lot of rebuying with Serra Paragon. First Serra Paragon target, around turn 5 typically is going to be Obscura Storefront. You play that from the graveyard, gain 3 life. It's awesome. 1 Sunfall to equal up the battlefield along with the Eternal Wanderer. And it's a lot of, punch each other in the face, chip shotty stuff. Autumn Burchett's deck, really excited to play this deck. I think this is a fun and powerful deck to try in Standard. And, maybe we'll get stung because we played best of 1. This deck was designed for best of 3. There is a sideboard. But I don't know. I have a lot of faith. I like this deck a lot. See you in a sec.
All right. We're playing a Standard event with Autumn Burchett's Orzhov control deck, Orzhov mid-range, whatever you want to call it. It has many of the incentives, trappings, cards you might want to play of a normal mono-white control deck. And it's got this end game of Breach the Multiverse that changes the game. If we get regular matchups, I think this is one of the best decks to play. This deck is notoriously bad against bad decks. So if the opponent is just like a bunch of nonsense, this is like not necessarily positioned to beat a bunch of nonsense. But if your opponent's playing like Rakdos, Grixis, the usual suspects of Invoke Despair and Cut Down, deck's very good against that. The card Wedding Announcement is so good at absorbing those cards. And if the opponent is another white control deck, huge advantage, provided they're not also Breach. But I don't know at this point why you wouldn't also be Breach if you had an awareness that Autumn's deck existed. All right, like, I think there's an excuse to not play Breach if you don't know that Autumn's deck exists. But given the fact that the deck is public knowledge at this point, I think just the Breach endgame is so good. Unless you have like a really good reason, like I think it's enough of a reason to win the mirror match over like Sam's Red Wing. I'll do this first. Well, I'm not gonna lay down arms a Virus Beetle. Maybe that was wrong. Like, maybe they'll have a Shieldred. Whatever would I do if they had a Shieldred? That's Shieldred mana. I just don't want to get ninja'd. I feel like people who play Virus Beetles might ninja you. I played Ravenous Rats at US Nationals 1999. When Guardian of Europur enters the battlefield, exile up to one other target creature you control. Return to the battlefield. Sure. How clever. Just going to show general contempt for their creatures by discarding these cards. So Hero's going to play Wedding Announcement and Reckoner Bankbuster. Virus Beetle will be contained there. We're representing 6 already as a result of the treasure that we'll get from Reckoner Bankbuster. Guardian will probably attack us. I'm going to block this. The reason I block that is because we're going to make a pilot anyway. So if we Eternal Wanderer, then we'd only be able to keep one of our 1/1 tokens. I mean, assuming we went that direction. Which I think we will. Legion of Exile, target non-land permanent. Okay. So that's like a Vindicate. Eternal Wanderer. You can keep Spirited.
Because I allow it.
They have 3 cards to our 4, and we have a Wandering... I'm sorry, an Eternal Wanderer, not a Wandering Emperor. And play along with the Reckoner Bankbuster and a Pilot. If we lose this game, something really bad happened. Something really, really bad happened if we lose this game. Sigardian Savior. Return up to 2 target creatures with mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, so they're gonna get back the rat. Gonna get back the rat, huh? Okay. I guess I'll throw this away. Oops is right, friend. Oops is right. I guess I will breach the multiverse. Ooh, I will take a Serra Paragon. And what do they have? And Loran. Loran will eat their Virus Beetle. Serra Paragon will rebuy Obscura Storefront as its first of presumably many tricks. Turn this guy on. Attack. If they block here, oh, they didn't block. But if they blocked there, it meant they had like some sort of a farewell, depopulate, etc.
Keep your eyes sharp.
Man, the Serra Paragon is going to do a lot of work for me. Thank you, Life Pilot. Virus Beetle. So discarding Raffine's Tower is like pretty minimal. Infernal Grasp. Yep, that's the thing that happened. So they will attack our Eternal Wanderer, I guess.
Time is up.
That was sad.
Surrender now, and we all leave with our lives. We can win this together.
Not going to attack with Loran. I think it probably behooves us to have Loran on defense for the Eternal Wanderer, and also I wouldn't mind drawing a card at the end of their turn. They have a Wrath. I could easily have a Wrath here. Enduring Angel. You have hexproof. If your life total would be reduced to 0 or less, transform Enduring Angel. Can I not? Oh, he has hexproof, so I can't use Loran. Oh, I should have done that first, I guess. Lame. Just gonna phase this out.
You're coming with me.
Enduring Angel was misnamed. It was very careless for us not to draw with Loran in that situation, however. 1-0, good way to start. Good way to start. Here are things that I've done embarrassingly in games when I was practicing Autumn's deck. I breached an opposing 5-color domain deck, and I got their Atali and Eternal Wanderer. And then I blinked the Atali, not realizing that the opponent would get the Atali back instead of me. Lost that game. Won't be making that mistake, at least in this session on camera. Maybe in my dotage I will have forgotten that interaction and do it like at 80 years old or something. But not this time, friends. Jeskai, Bankbuster here. Third Path Iconoclast. Ugh. Guess I have to do this. Well. This sucks. So these guys are soldier artifacts, so Loran can kill one. But I feel like these decks usually have, like, the Monastery Mentor, which is more dangerous in my opinion. Okay. This is actually going to work out pretty well. Kill this. And then Loran the Wedding Announcement. No attacks. Third Path Iconoclast. It's going to be tough. We have to win on the battlefield. Do we have anything we can rebuy? Field of Ruin actually becomes a rebuyable card. We have counterspells. It's a little eensy bit dodgy. Yeah. We can just get blocks in here. These guys don't have prowess, right? It's just if you have Monastery Mentors, the only ones that get prowess. Pia Nalar, Consult of Revival. Thopters you control have haste. Whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 Thopter. Sure. Alright, so we just need to draw land, right? Actually, we need to draw land and hope that they don't have a counterspell. Those are two things we need. Okay, we should have specified untapped land. Fly does not fly. Like, sometimes your opponent will just do, like, an end of turn destroy something, you know, like destroy something like a shock type card. Pia, wedding announcement, sure. So we're just gonna do whatever blocks are the best. This guy's got haste. Destroy this enchantment. And presumably they have angels, right? Take one. It's a little dangerous. Like, maybe we made them just draw a Spell Pierce. That would suck. Did not. I will choose this and this. Attack. Alright, 3 cards to 2 cards. We have the Eternal Wanderer and Loran in play. I like our position more than their position. We also have Wedding Announcement. Oh, they could do a stupid Thopter play right here. Huh. So they're going to get our Eternal Wanderer.
Any longer.
And Soul Partition's so bad against cards like Loran. I'm just going to rebuy Loran for 5 and kill their Thopter, I think. Kill this. Say go. 3 cards to 3. Our battlefield's meaningfully better, 19 up. They have like a very good go wide ability that I mean, we can go pretty wide, but they can make like 3 guys in a turn or something. Invasion of Kaldheim. This is a very powerful card. Narset enlightens somebody. He doesn't have haste though, right? By he, I mean she. Kill this. This is nonsense. Do we have an artifact? We do not have an artifact. Take an action. Get a plains. Attack you for 3. How do they always have so much life? Where'd they get that 3 life from? Oh, we gave it to them with lay down arms. It was us. Ha 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 ha! It was us. Ha 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 ha! Is there a land we don't like? Arcane Proxy. Are they gonna Soul Partition us? Ren's Resolve. Sure. Ren's Resolve. 2 land! Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I love it. I love every bit of it. Narset. Don't love that. Creatures you control have prowess. Whenever Narset Enlightened Exile attacks, exile target non-creature non-land card with mana value less than Narset's power from a graveyard and copy it. We better kill this thing. You're not like that. Maybe we should have... I think we have to leave the Wandering Emperor back for killing Narset, I think. Okay. Oh, we can just Ossification here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is not 9. kill Narset. Or try to. And I will attack with both of my creatures. Maybe they'll block one of them. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. They did not. Alright. 1914, our lead. Loran on the battlefield. Wandering Emperor in hand. Ooh. All the toys, huh? Alright, so they're going to get a really good attack here. Reckless Impulse. Not good! Not good. More Reckless Impulses. Soul Partition. So they're going to Soul Partition Loran for sure. Try to get in here. They're going to flip the Pyre. Non-creature, non-land card. So they need to cast something less than 5. Wedding Announcement. Alright, so they have a Soul Partition, which is super annoying. We can... Well, presuming this is not a spell that they can cast... Oh, let's see. This is an instant, right? There's no way around this.
Feel the energy of battle.
So they're going to get this, which sucks, but... Ooh, Soul Partition their own guy. So, I think we only have one Destroy Evil, and it's in our graveyard. Is there any harm to trying this now? Alright, so they're gonna get Pyre. They have to discard those from hand, right? So if they have a land, they can discard to kill the Wandering Emperor. That's a thing they can do. They did.
I'm never
This
done
game
for
has
good.
been a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be. Alright, let's get a swamp. Of course we drew a Plains. The problem is their cards all suck. When Arcane Proxy enters the battlefield, if you cast it, exile target instant or sorcery with mana value less than Arcane Proxy from your graveyard. Copy that. Instant or sorcery, yeah. So I will cast Arcane Proxy and... And let me look at what's in my graveyard. Do we have another Loran? No. Guess we'll get an Eternal Wanderer. Oh, it's only if you cast it that would do that. Okay. Terra bad. Exile.
Have a nice trip.
built higher. Alright, so they have 3 cards to our 1, and our 1 is a Plains. And they just drew 2 cards again. Oh, their guys get prowess. At least it was just lands again. They were a really interesting deck. Soul Partition. What are they going to partition? Probably the Arcane Proxy. That'd be pretty good. Wedding announcement. Yeah, Snarset's annoying. Ossification. Why didn't they attack with this proxy?
I'll return soon.
8 toughness. 5. Or they can prowess again. I'm just gonna block with this. Like, they're gonna partition it anyway, right? They did not partition it. Interesting. What are they gonna partition? This is terrible. How do we cast Breach against a deck with, like, these kinds of cards and not be a million miles ahead? Alright, I need to get rid of this Narset. Please tell me we have an Ossification in our graveyard. Oh, but are they going to partition our Ossification if we cast it? We don't even have an Ossification. Okay. That's annoying. There's the Ossification we wanted. In that case, we can play Storefront, gain some life. And then Ossification, Narset. Then they're going to partition the Ossification, which will be super annoying. Oh, they're partitioning the Narset. Weird. Attacks. So I guess it depends what they have in hand. I mean, like, can't really let Serra Paragon live too long. Third Path Iconoclast. They gotta be out of stuff soon. Wedding announcement. Okay. Just draw Sunfall. Right? Do we have Sunfall on our deck still? Ooh, Eternal Wanderer. I'm into this. I am into this. Okay. They have no cards.
I'll clean up this mess.
I will choose
I'll
this.
finish this here and now.
Ooh, that was really, really close. Like, way too close for what I'm interested in this matchup. All right, currently at 2 wins, 0 losses, and that Third Path Iconoclast deck was crazy. I mean, don't you think that deck should have Monastery Mentor? I feel like Monastery Mentor is like they were already playing white for Wedding Announcement. They should have a lot of value from the Mentor of the Monastery. It's basically like Third Path Iconoclast, but better. 1 more mana, but like dramatically more powerful. So it's probably in their deck and they just didn't see it. Narset was impressive, though. Okay, opponent goes first. Just don't want our opponent to be soldiers. I mean, we never want our opponents to be soldiers because we hate soldiers, but this is like the most awkward hand for laydown arms. Not soldiers. Duress. They should take Restoration of Eiganjo, I think. Wedding Announcement would also be a good take. Restoration of Eiganjo is a little bit better take there. Take action. Play draw is really meaningful in best of one standard, and I think if they have Fable of the Mirror Breaker here, be a really good example of a time that it's really meaningful to go first, because we're gonna have to use our turn probably to deal with the Fable. Whereas if we were on the play, we'd play Restoration of Eiganjo and be like 1,000 miles ahead. Now, we could play Wedding Announce. We can't really do that, can we? This is so bad if they have Shieldred. Wish they could just dig into Shieldred if they don't have it already. Yep, those are the cards you want to discard. So Cut Down has text in this matchup, but like almost everything that you can cut down. Ambitious Farmhand, Spirited Companion, Loran are like all 2-for-1s. It's either that or you're like killing announcement tokens, which stinks. Okay, switching gears. Go Restoration of Eiganjo. You can play a land here. We're gonna play a dangerous game. A dangerous game where they have Reflection of Kiki Jiki in play for at least a turn, because that's how our cards are gonna go. 3 favorites. All right. The worst thing about this is they can further fix their battlefield with the Fable that's on Chapter 1. What do we want to discard? Probably land. So we can get some good blocks in this turn, and then we can use the Eternal Wanderer to set up some defense. Seems terrible. I don't know what they could possibly have to make that the right play, I gotta say. Makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me. That's the go for the throw. All right, well, we're gonna lose our guy.
I think this will be a good one.
It's a good go for the throat.
Make room.
So it was a big comeback. Not quite enough, right? The cut down is our last card. They do a lot of go for the throats. And those cards are actually not that good against this deck, too. We're going to have 7 next turn. So they'll attack Eternal Wanderer and kill it. We're going to have a 2-2 from Wedding Announcement. Potentially 2 2-2s. Bloodtide Harvester, sure. This is super dodgy. Okay. Ooh, good draw. Very good draw. Kill this. And go into very low gear. So this is a low gear deck, not a high gear deck. Oh, come on. What a top deck that was. I mean, the game is obviously far from being fully contested, but that top deck was unbelievable. They got both of our swamps. We have 2 Raffine's Towers in play, so if we draw a Breach of our own, we can get them back. They're going to get Shieldred. And
I fight for the entire multiverse.
that was a really, really good top deck.
Show them the edge of your blade. I am the Emperor of Kamigawa, and I will protect my people.
So they have no cards, but they do have an Eternal Wanderer. Yeah.
We must protect the people.
Oh, that was a pretty good draw. Pretty good draw. Breach. So there are 2 breaches still in our deck, I think. No swamps, though. We have 2 Raffine's Tower for the black we need. Yeah, there's 2 breaches left. This game is even-ish. Even-ish. Eternal Wanderer is much more powerful than the Wandering Emperor, heads up. 1 card versus no cards. We can just draw a Breach. At any point. If he attacks with this Samurai, I'm going to block with my Samurai.
You live because I allow it.
Seems terrible. Oh, come on! That is just utter BS. 21 cards, 20 cards. That is absolute poppycock.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
2 breaches to nil?
Guards, to me.
So they literally drew 3 Fables on the play. We got them to deuce, but they still had to draw 2 breaches. Oh my god. This is annoying. Please block them.
You started this, but I've got new moves to teach you.
So annoying. 19 to 20.
I brought backup.
Do they not know how to play? They don't know how to play. We're gonna draw Breach and deck them. Okay, new plan. Draw Breach and deck them. Do not know how to play. I hate it when I lose to don't know how to play. We're at 12. Stay alive. They should be annihilating us. They breached us twice. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna block. Eat Chandra.
I'll find another way.
Don't die. Just don't
Let your
die.
blade do the talking.
Top for sure. They'll turn over our breach, I'm sure. Is that our breach? No, Reckoner Bankbuster, okay. A braid. Probably take out this human. Oh my god. Just give me breach. 18. A little over a 5% chance of drawing. Like, why are you not +1ing Eternal Wanderer? Like, I shouldn't have the Wandering Emperor. So
Remember
annoying.
your training.
Breach, deck you. Arguments be made that this attack doesn't even make any sense anymore. Give it Holly already. Just dead to the battlefield. Breach!
Guards, to me.
We stay alive. Can we stay alive? Can't believe it. 3 Fable, 2 Breach, 0 Breach. 9 cards. What are you looking for? An overwhelming, insurmountable... Why do you not warp out my samurai? Oh my god. This is so annoying. Literal warp out my samurai, attack for lethal. Alright, so that guy's dead. How many Bankbusters do we have left? No Sunfall. Is this our Bankbuster? I think it's our... I'm not sure if it's our Bankbuster or not. If we block here... Just no point. We can't save the Wandering Emperor.
Back to wandering.
1 in 17. Breach. Shielded. I mean, we should be dead. We should have been dead like 2 turns ago. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, we're just dead. This is the worst. I mean, who cares if you lose a game of Magic, right? You're losing an event game of Magic. But, like, they played so... Like, they were so lucky, and they played so badly. It's, like, flabbergastingly annoying. What? I mean, we're dead now, it doesn't matter, but, like, we should have been hella dead.
We've got the edge in this fight.
This is one of the worst played games I've ever lost. It's just super annoying. Why didn't we draw Breach? We deserve to draw Breach. Justice indicates that we would have drawn Breach. Do not like... I'm going to take it out on the next opponent. I'm telling you right now. The next opponent is going to be... It's going to be... Autumn Deck's supposed to be good against Rakdos. Opponent goes first. You can see how bad it was that our opponent just went first. I mean, I guess it's our own fault for playing best of one. Like, all the stuff that I'm going to complain about is probably just a byproduct of the fact that I'm playing best of one instead of Magic the Gathering. Like, best of 3 soldiers players don't start Morel. Like, it's just, Morel is just like a fake card. Like, it's only in best of 1. It's not even that good. But it's completely unplayable in best of 3. Alright, opponent went first. How clever. Alright, we need to find a second swamp sometime in the next 4 turns. Jessica has a very good deck. The problem with it is that they're probably going to have a direct answer to Breach the Multiverse. Jeskai typically has something like 3 casting cost counterspells, like something along the lines of a Dissipate or Disruption Protocol. We could definitely get like negated or make disappeared here. I don't mind too much about getting negated. Negates are going to happen. It's make disappears that stink. Fable. They can't Ojjitai us this turn. Tezzeret Breaker of Flesh.
My next breakthrough is close.
What do we want? An Ossification? So we can't kill that at present. 4. This makes black. I don't know about this, right? So, I don't know where we're supposed to attack. But I think their life total is... We're not in the zone their life total really matters yet, so... What are they discarding? A lot of removal. Sunfall, sure. 1 mana open. This would have been a great turn to do something cool. Announcement, sure. We have 5. We have 7 already, so maybe we can get them to tap out by, like... If we, like, pop this Roadside Reliquary. They have 1 negate in their graveyard. Leads me to believe that they have a counterspell in their hand. I really want them to tap out. They're probably not going to. Swing for 6.
Breakthrough is close.
They don't even ever discard artifacts. Seed Shark, sure. So bad. Two up. I mean, they could protocol us with either of these artifacts. Alright, so they have 2 Bankbusters. We would have a maximum of 1 Bankbuster. I think we have to jam. Just hope it doesn't get countered, but it's going to get countered. Oh, not getting countered, huh? Alright, we have a chance. Wandering Emperor. And we'll take... Let's look at the battlefield. I think Eternal Wanderer is probably the best choice, right? So from them... I'll take Wandering Emperor and Eternal Wanderer. That seems awesome. Can't believe that worked out. Okay.
The energy of battle, then guide it like water.
Ever remove the spell? Killing the Wandering Emperor. For 4. Interesting choice. Alright, we'll make a samurai. Oh, that's horrible!
I guess
What were we
that's
doing?
that.
We should have put a +1/+1 counter on Architect.
My blade has no equal.
What were we thinking? That was bad. We should have put a +1/+1 counter on Architect. It's a good play on their part. Cool thing about this is they can't get a great attack in. Let's draw now. Tezzeret up. I think I would have tried to kill the Eternal Weaver.
I made this one especially for you.
Block. We have... exile this thing. If we
You're
attack
coming with
here,
me.
we can make a 1/1. And then their best block is to have 2 cards. They can potentially block with 10. We could first strike up to kill 4 of the 10. I don't think they're going to do that, though. And Seed Shark's probably going to go to Eternal Wanderer. This is an interesting game. I am very annoyed at myself. I made that mistake with the Wandering Emperor. They have another Wandering Emperor. Alright. That's all their Wandering Emperors, right?
Run away. You'll be safer.
Yeah, big boy.
We must protect the people.
Let's see how they run this. I think Seed Shark is going to attack Eternal Wanderer 1-on-1. A 4/4, sure. A 5/5, sure.
Show them how we greet our enemies. You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. This is what you get for hurting my people.
These are 2 good blocks for us. We'll take 5. What's it, 7? This is better. So we could potentially be burned out here. It's a thing that might happen. I mean, he's going to have to draw into more counterspells at some
Keep
point,
working.
I think. I mean, our battlefield is better than theirs. A little less good than it was a second ago. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a very, very good one. So if we swing at Tezzeret, they're going to make one of these into... Let's see. They have mana to turn this on. That's only a 1/1. It's only a single block at present. I think we would win the single. So, yeah, first thing we'll do is put a +1/+1 counter on this. So that's going to make sure that we don't lose the fight.
I have got new moves to teach.
Start there. Attack test, all right. Oh, they're just going to chomp. Yeah, respect chomping. Woo! I don't think I would have conceded if I were in their situation. I think that game could have definitely gone both ways. But I guess they didn't think they could beat a Serra Paragon with their hand. We would have drawn like 2 cards that turn. Good so far. I enjoyed it, sure. All right, 3-1 with Autumn Burchett's deck. Really unhappy with the 1. It's not good. Not good. Happy-ish with the 3. I like winning. All right, Mastermind 1. Opponent goes first. Oof. We could get totally run over with this. Not by these colors, I don't think. Bankbuster. Alright, we're going to play our own Bankbuster. We can go like consecutive wedding announcements. Depends if they play a Fable. I don't think they have a Fable, or they would have probably already played it. Alright. Been wrong before. May well be wrong again. That's a pretty good Roadside Reliquary. Beat up this guy. Going second is such a life tilt, isn't it? It's so bad. I think that if like there's a flaw in Standard, it's like so much of Standard is played best of 1, and going second and best of 1 is it's a nightmare. Look how bad this is. If they have like a Shieldred or another Fable of the Mirror Breaker, it's very bad for us. Response. It's a pretty good draw. I guess we're gonna do this. Oh, they did brain us already for 4. Alright. Like, if we had gone first, we would have 2 wedding announcements in play already. Just think about that. Wedding announcement is like basically the best card in this matchup. Oh man. Yeah. Taking a braining. Alright. 5 mana. Loran. Guess we kill this guy. Is there a better play than... Awesome. We can block there. So what do we really want is to set up the Wandering Emperor, right? This Goblin Shaman is of minimal long-term value. I think we're going to let this sit. We can get to 6 mana for Wandering Emperor in a second, having drawn all the cards with our Reckoner Bankbuster. Like, let them get 1 attack in. We can Emperor and blink it. Or if they have, like, better stuff, we can kind of Emperor Wrath them. Invoke Despair.
Yeah, attack here and trade. Loran for this guy. Alright, this is a semi-dangerous situation.
I think this will be a quick one.
They can attack the Eternal Wanderer if they have another creature to crew the Reckoner Bankbuster. 6 life. Not the best. Not the best at all. We will be in pretty good position if we get an untap. Shieldred, the worst, so... Yeah, this will go to 2, I think. They could just put us to 2, right? Ugh. Yeah, this one was just going second. I think that if we had gone first, we would have won this game by about 1 million points. That's crazy, right? Like, we drew 3 wedding announcements and we're not able to deploy any of them. I think we just didn't really have a shot to do that because they had Fable the Mirrorbreaker ×2. And they had 2 Fables and 2 Shieldreds in like their top 10 cards and an Invoke Despair. Invoke is only okay, but you know, on the back of 2 Fables, 2 Shieldreds, I think that was very rough. Opponent going first again. This might be the end for our run with Autumn's deck. I hope not. I'll keep this draw. We have, yeah, plays for the first 4 turns. Jetmir's Garden. This is probably Domain. It would be disappointing if on our run with Autumn's deck that, well, it's actually not would be. It's already happened. Both of our losses so far are the Rakdos variants, and this is like supposed to be the deck that's good against Rakdos. But I mean, like, the second one was just like regular draws, but they went first. I mean, they had a really very good draw for just having them first, but that first one was, our opponent played so badly. Just did not feel good. Yeah, I mean, this is just opponent going first again. Had we gone first, I think we'd be so far ahead. And so, like, I think that people have, like, the wrong idea about Fable. It's like, I don't think that it's about Fable being so overwhelmingly good, which, don't get me wrong, it is very good. It's just because they went first. You know, going first is the is the ultimate trump right now, I guess. Let's see here. We attack here. Do you think they're gonna block? If they block, we can Emperor. Is that like very valuable? Trade off. I'll bite. I guess they did show a make disappear. Negate. Oh well. This was a weird domain deck. I guess they have Naya's. So they have all the colors, right? Espers and Naya's is everything. Announcement? Does this stick? Bankbuster. Probably Leyline Binding the announcement. Well, they don't have anything to pair with the Reflection yet, which is at least pretty good for us. But they can draw a bunch of cards. They can domain up the draw here.
Let's see. 4 Paragon. Let's see if this sticks. They only have 1 card, yeah. So we can rebuy Ambitious Farmhand. That's alright. So, this is like 6 cards here. Ugh! How crazy is that they have laydown lands also? Alright, Reckoner Bankbuster on D. Just gonna draw 3. Man, laydown arms. In domain. Ugh. That's sweet. I don't think there's any reason to play it yet because we can't get any value, so maybe play it next turn. This turn, just deploy Obscura Storefront to get into the graveyard, so we'll play Serra Paragon and rebuy immediately next turn. We have 2 sources of black already, so I think it's okay to get planes there. You know what? I'm going to draw main phase with the Bankbuster. We might just flip laydown arms. And if we do, I wouldn't mind killing this Reflection of Kiki. Alright, they have 2 counterspells in the graveyard. Question is, do we bait with Serra Paragon or just go all in? We have enough. They have like 1,000 cards in hand. 2 up. Maybe they'll do something silly like copy one of their guys. Okay. I think we can get a swamp now. Let's do the same play again, just in case we can draw laydown arms. And there it is. So if they counter this, it would suck, but at the same time, it's a counter that's not in their hand anymore. If it's Make Disappear, then we're going to look silly, but it doesn't look like it's Make Disappear. All right. 22 to 25. They have got 7 cards, I think, to our 3, but one of ours is Breach the Multiverse. Man, so many laydown arms. 3, 7. They didn't have a counterspell last turn. So, do we think they drew a counterspell? Herd Migration. I hate to say that that's great, but I think, you know, that's shields down from our perspective. Take 1. All right, Herd Migration. What do you think about this, buddy? Take 5. Lay down arms. Eternal Wanderer is great here. We already have Wandering Emperor in play. Spirited Companion, Wedding Announcement. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make it 2/2.
Let your blade
These guys are
do
going
the
to get
talking.
big. Question is, let's see, they have 4 cards. I think it's actually worth using Reckoner Bankbuster, making the treasure, and then laying down one of these guys. Like, if they have another Atraxa or like an Atali, we have 2 Ossifications and the Eternal Wanderer to deal with all those cards. So I'm not overly worried about that. Eternal Wanderer of their own. Probably gonna
I'll fight for the
blow up
entire multiverse.
everybody. That's a good play.
I bought
It's
us
very good
some
play.
time.
It's a random play. That's about what we did. Are we out of beholds? I think, or breaches rather. I think we are. Four attackers. I don't think it's going to matter too much because our plan is to use the Eternal Wanderer, so if they keep some guys, so be it. We're going to let them keep this 1-1. We'll have only 9 mana next turn. That's enough, though. Okay. Eternal Wanderer.
I'll clean up this mess.
You can keep this 1-1.
Kneel before the Emperor of Kamigawa.
And I will play this guy. And Ossification. Your Eternal Wanderer.
Time is up.
And make a 2-2.
We must protect the people.
Take a swing. Like, Ossification's pretty bad here. Like, they can lay Light and Binding, our Ossification, get back the Eternal Wanderer. So it's not very good. Let's see. They have 22 cards left in library. We have 20. What are you cycling for? Do you not have a great hand? We have like 100 cards in hand. We haven't seen a Loran yet, right? Activate this, buddy. Get some defense up for our planeswalkers, hopefully. Does their hand just land? I don't know. Depopulate. Very clever. Very nice. Very nice. Respect. Let's see here. How much damage can we do? Take a guy.
Thank you for your help.
+1 this guy.
Remember your training.
I think we have some planes left. No, we don't. Alright. They probably have like Sunfall or something annoying. Right? Atraxa, sure. A funny thing we could do is like keep blinking their Atraxa so that it like never actually has the opportunity to attack, but keeps drawing 7 cards and then they will deck. I don't think that would probably happen, but they hard cast the Atraxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 2 up. Leyline Binding. What do you think they're gonna bind? Probably Eternal Wanderer. I was right.
We'll finish this later.
We'll finish this later. Oh, we're just gonna find Loran. All of our Lorans are still in our deck, I think. This Obscura Storefront has no text. This Ambitious Farmhand has minimal text. Let's see here. Every one of these is so dodgy.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Who's the beatdown? Opponent on a 1-turn clock. Who is the beatdown, friends? Ooh, that's a good card. Have some cool toys down here. Resto Eiganjo. Some lands. Okay, so they're gonna probably Emperor our 5/5.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Emperor our 4/4. Okay, I guess he has double strike, sure.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Let's have something better than that. Herd Migration, that works. That works. Loran? Loran would be really good. Like, very good. Just haven't drawn Loran, I guess. You can try drawing up first, see how this goes. There's Loran. So we're going to Loran, Leyline Binding on this guy.
I'll help any way I can.
Do we have a removal card in the graveyard that we can rebuy? No. We kill the opponent. So the opponent's mostly tapped out here. So if we can eliminate...
My blade has no equal.
Okay, so we can cast Loran. Blow up this Leyline Binder, which is pretty good. Make it so they have to block. Crew here. Leave them an Emperor, I guess. And make a 2/2. All right, so
Guards, to me.
anything can happen. They can have Sunfall or something, but I think we have a pretty good position. We have as many cards in hand as them. Okay, sweet. That was a weird game. Weird. They have like a lot of laydown arms. All right, here's the break-even match. Here's the break-even match. Come on, Autumn Stack. Come on, Orzhov. All right, this is a Plains. That's a pretty good draw. If they're like pure beatdown, we're going to be behind, but they might be. They are. All right, Wedding Announcement's like the best card ever in this matchup. Like, Lauren's actually going to be able to get some money here. Phoenix Chick, 2-2, got it. Swifty J. Okay, what's the right play here? Announcement to soak up damage. I think it's Restoration. So Restoration is a creature on turn 5 for defense. Next turn, we will have mana for Wandering. So it doesn't matter what we do, we'll have mana for Wandering Emperor next turn, no matter what. And then we can do Loran now. Loran, kill that. And block. No matter what, we have Wandering Emperor next turn. I think announcement. Just announcement chump. They might throw a burn card at the 1/1 just to get damage through. Also buffs the Monastery Swiftspear this turn. Dubious Monarch. Didn't know block this. All right, that was not a bad turn. We're down to 8, though. We can get a really good block in. Phoenix Chick. Probably going to get in. Might lose the Reckoner Bankbuster. It's going to be tough for them not to lose the Swiftspear, though. If they have a burn spell, we're dead. Alright. 4 life, 2 cards in hand. Definitely attacking with this. Attack with 2 to draw 2 cards. So they don't have an attacker. I think, yeah. In a lot of cases, you actually just want the token to block, but I think we need to draw. Stay alive. Oh, do we have like an Obscura Storefront? We do not. Our graveyard is very thin. Yeah, Wandering Emperor kept us alive. Shivan Devastator for 3. This will put us to 1. Just a blocker.
Remember your training.
Oh, cancel. We're just dead to so many things. And we gave him a card, too. Yep, Lightning Strike. Well, got what we deserved. That was, like, pretty atypical, I think. We lost to Mono Red. I mean, Mono Red as a deck is, I think you know, very near and dear to my heart. But I would not have pegged us to losing to it on the play, and our hand was pretty good. I don't know how that went. 2 losses to Rakdos decks. Second one was fine. First one was just a disaster. A GD disaster, I tell you. But yeah, we failed to even make the break even on Autumn's deck. I'll probably try again with this deck and maybe see how it goes. I think this is a good deck. And it's supposed to be good against Rakdos. As you can see, we lost to Rakdos twice. I actually think a really fair criticism would just be we shouldn't be playing best of one. That this deck is not quote-unquote designed for the best of one metagame. You know, if we lose playing best of one, then, you know, we kind of got what we deserved. I think that's probably fair. Let's see what we got, though, on prizes. 4 pathetic wins, one pack of Aftermath. Niv Mizzet Supreme. I have a Supreme, like, shoulder bag. But I think it's a different kind of Supreme. Flying Hexproof for multicolored. Each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard that's exactly 2 colors has Jumpstart. I cannot see myself playing this card anytime soon. Sorry. But maybe you want to play Niv Mizzet, Supreme. And you want to stuff it into your, you know, maybe a Supreme shoulder bag that you have. If you want to get this card in paper, a good place to do so would be coolstuffinc.com. And you could get it for 5% cheaper than just retail if you use the promo code Flores, Flores, at coolstuffinc.com at checkout. If you were in the market for a Niv Mizzet Supreme, that might be a thing that you might want to do. Actually, the thing you should do, is, you know, otherwise you're just leaving your own money on the table. Let's check out in the next video. That was Orzhov.